Welcome to another episode of Artist to Artist podcast at the AV Club. It's your boy Westside, and I got a special guest with me today.
G on the Chosen 3D3, Florida Trenches TV.
You already know, man. Caesar the Stepper, man. At So We Rich 305.
Let's go. So I appreciate y'all boys pulling up. I know y'all had a good little drive. Tell them where y'all coming from.
So yeah, we coming from Naranja, Homestead, Dade County.
Okay.
Yeah, Exit 6, man. Naranja.
Naranja, okay. Shout out to y'all. That's a good little drive. I ain't gonna lie. All right, so tell me about this. So first, before I even get into that, first question is always, where does music start for you? So who would you give credit to putting music in your life?
First time for me, personally, when I came to Miami first time when I was 6 years old, you know what I'm saying? But I came from Costa Rica, so I didn't even know, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know no English, none of that, you know what I'm saying? So first music, I started off with, with my mama, a single mom, listening to salsa and shit. Just being real, you feel me?
Yeah.
Celia Cruz, you know what I'm saying? India, shit like that, you feel me? But later on, you know what I'm saying? Because I started out going to Piran Elementary.
Oh,
so,
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I grew up in Piran and
Shout
shit
out
when I first came here and shit, you feel me? So when I was over there, it was, I started getting my first American music,
Yeah.
Trick Daddy, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. It was all Trick Daddy and shit. That was my first album, first CD that I bought, you feel me?
Oh, okay, that's big. That's big.
Yeah.
Okay, what the music start for you?
For me, man, the clearest memory that I got, it was listening to Whitney Houston.
Oh, okay.
It's coincidence that me and her got the same birthday, but one day I seen her video. It was like the world premiere. Her song came out on the news. It was like every channel was showing her video because how big she was, and I just fell in love with music. Like the way that she made me feel, the feelings I felt. I was like, damn, what if one day I could do that to somebody? You know what I'm saying? Make them feel a certain type of way from music or content, or something that I created. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's one thing that connect everybody, right? No matter the demographic, age, what you is, music connect you in some kind of way.
Yeah.
It plays a factor in everybody, whether you Spanish, you black, you know what I'm saying, white, whatever you is, alien, you listen to music, some form of music.
Facts.
No, that's facts. All right, so I want to dive into y'all platform, right? Tell me about your platform. Exactly, how did it get started? When did y'all get started? And what led y'all to this point?
Honestly, man, we had this plan on this like for about a year ago, you know what I'm saying? And we started this channel about a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I already had the vision in my mind for years, just to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Like the part that we from, Naranja or just down south in general, Miami, we don't get a lot of attention like that, you know what I'm saying? Even when things do happen, it's rarely that, you know what I'm saying, the news come down there to report about anything. So a lot of, even our own city don't know about us. So even imagine, the rest of South Florida or the rest of Florida, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always, like, me being from down south, I always felt like I wanted to, it was something in me that I wanted to just put them on the map. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many stories, you know what I'm saying, that people never heard about. You feel me? So that's what, had inspired me from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And with my dog right here, I let him get the rap of it and shit. You feel me? Like,
he pretty much said a lot of, you know what I'm saying, that we just felt the same type of way. This my brother right here, you feel me? Been my dog for over 15 years. We got the same mentality. We've been through a lot of stuff, you feel me? One day we were having a conversation. It was just crazy that we both had the same type of dream, that we just want to create content to bring more of these stories out. We be meeting a lot of real people, a lot of good-hearted people that just been through a lot of stuff, you feel me? And it's like, if your story was out there a little bit more, maybe it could inspire somebody to change their life, you know what I'm saying? Maybe see what they going through is not as hard because this person been through something that's harder than them, but they still got their head up, you know what I'm saying? They don't act like they gonna die tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Like the life is what they still fighting through, they strong will, you feel me? So it was just having that same dream, you know what I'm saying, with my brother, it seemed to make sense, like this is what we finna do, you know what I mean? It just took a little time, we wanted everything to be right, but once we got it rolling, we've been getting a lot of love type stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so how did it get started, right? Because one thing I could definitely say, even with me when it comes to creating content, my start came from me with my dogs, right? They had an ideal and a dream and a vision that they wanted to do something. I just, that homie, that support. So you want to do this? I bet. I got an idea. I got somebody that got a studio. We could do this and we could shoot, right? So mine came from just facilitating my dogs and just helping them see that vision that they have for themselves, in which I found my own path in the journey. So how did y'all get to that point where y'all actually started recording, actually getting out there and getting the content?
Want me to start this off?
Yeah, you can start it off, bro.
Like it's a process. People think like Rome wasn't built in a day. You know what I'm saying? It's like how you said, you find your way through, you know, your homies. We found our way just from consistently talking about it, putting out a list and goals, and like, okay, what's the first thing we could do? We set the email up, open the account. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, that's what we could do is free. You know what I'm saying? Now, boom, now what we need? We need a camera. Okay, boom, we started strategizing. We made it happen. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like not getting the lens, and that's another part of it. You know what I'm saying? And then it was just, but little by little, we chipping at it, because we could have just started rushed, but we're like, nah, we're going to get all the pieces we need. So it took a couple months, but nothing is easy in life, but we got it done. You know what I'm saying? As long as you know what you want to do and you believe in your dream, you'll do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying? My brother, he did a large sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? I wanted for him to tap into that, but he did a little sacrifice that helped us get to the next step. I did my part. You get what I'm saying? And there, little by little, you know what I'm saying, it just took off.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? What's just,
I mean, everything in life takes sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? And, like, even if you got no experience doing something, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, a lot of times it stops you, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody got dreams, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes people don't believe in themselves, or, you know what I'm saying? Or it could be anything, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, before I don't even know nothing about no camera or nothing. I just went ahead and I said, you know what, man, let me spend this little $2,500, you know what I'm saying, on this little Sony camera. I did my research, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I invested in a good camera. Everybody's like, you know, go cheap. Start off with, you know, a little Nokia. I'm like, man, no, I believe in myself. I went all the way in and shit. You know what I mean? I bought a good lens. I'm like, you know what? I want to make sure that, you know, whatever we doing all the way, you know what I'm saying, 1,000%. So we're going to start out with the best quality, you know what I'm saying? And whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I've always been a risk taker my whole life, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Thank God I don't look like what I've been through, but you know what I'm saying? I've been through a lot, you know what I'm saying? And we could talk about it later, you know what I'm saying? But right now in life, I'm at the point where, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to do nothing that's going to jeopardize my freedom or none of that, because I've been through all that already. I got kids now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to expand and, you know, turn something from a negative to a positive.
That's important.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I 100%
yeah,
get what you're saying, man. Like, honestly, like, that first investment is the biggest thing, because you talking about having an idea, but when you get that camera, that's the biggest investment. That right there solidify it, because you spent that bread. Yeah. Once you spend that bread, now you got to put it into motion. It's one thing when you got an idea and you run your dogs, you like, bro, I think I'm going to do this. It's cool to do that. Yeah. But it's a whole nother thing when you're actually making the steps to go about making it a thing for real. Yeah. You know what I mean? That investment, it ties you into that fire. It lets you know, like, nah, you said you was going to do this. Now you got to do this. You done paid what you had to pay to get what you need. That's real. No more excuses. Now you got to really put the work in.
That's real, man. And I ain't know nothing about camera, about recording, about, you know, production, producing, nothing. I'm self-taught, you know what I'm saying? I ain't take no classes. I ain't do none of that. I taught myself everything.
What, YouTube University?
Shit, not even, man. We got AI now, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
shout out to ChatGPT, you know what I'm saying? They really, you feel me?
Yeah.
Put motherfuckers on game and shit, you feel me? But yeah, that's pretty much it, man, you know what I'm saying? And that's, like I said, it's only been a 2-month journey that we started this, you know what I'm saying? We pretty much already, you know, at 10K followers, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, the sky's the limit, man.
Yeah, sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit, man. You feel me?
Nah, that's all you need, honestly. You just need a sign. That's really what it comes down to. Like I said, like, the investment holds you to it. Now you got to put the work in. And the thing is, with anybody that's starting something new, you can make the investment, but to keep going is the biggest factor. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have bumps in the road. You're going to fall down. You're going to have moments where you feel like, man, did I make the right decision? But really how you bounce back from those situations really sculpts your character, and it dictates how far you're going to make it, right? If you have your first experience and let's say you have a hiccup and bam, maybe you ain't had enough room on your memory card, so now you done shot, but you ain't got all the content. You only got half of it because it done ran out of footage, right? Are you gonna let that fold you? Are you gonna let it get to a point like, man, I made a mistake, like I don't even want to do it no more? Because that do break people, right?
That's what separates the winners from the losers, man. I'm just being real, you know what I'm saying? Like, because a part of success is failing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that's with everything. You know what I'm saying? Since a child, when you're a baby, you know what I'm saying? Before you learn how to walk, you're gonna fall down. You're gonna cry. You get what I'm saying?
1,000 times.
Bro, it's natural.
Yeah.
It's natural. You
We
get
were
what I'm
making
saying?
mistakes our first couple times, and we learn from it. We'll analyze it. Okay, what we did. How can we make this better? And every time we shot, it just got better and better and better.
So what was that first mistake that y'all had together in the field working at the same time that y'all both looked at each other like, damn.
He might not want to admit this, but we had a whole little interview and he forgot to press play, man, record and stuff, you know. And it was a 20-minute conversation, and like he didn't realize until like 13, 14 minutes in.
That's that hurt, boy.
You know, man.
Yeah, that's that hurt. But it happens, you know what I'm saying? And it's how you bounce back from that what makes the world of a difference, right? Yeah. So like what I'm pretty sure from y'all going out there working in the field, making mistakes, now y'all got your own checklist, I bet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Certain things that y'all check for, y'all make sure y'all done handle the deal before y'all even hit the street.
No,
because
facts.
you knowing like, man, this can happen. We don't want that same type of mistake.
No, facts.
Okay. So like as far as like your first time going out there, what was that for y'all? Like how did y'all even piece that together and what that experience was first time y'all went out there?
I mean, really, it's normal for us. Like, we go outside. Like, we be outside. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not that we, like, the biggest gangsters. None of it. It's just that we like being outside. We like being outside with the people, you know what I'm saying? Having fun, drinking, doing, you know, normal stuff and stuff. So, like, our first time going out, I told him, let's make it, like, natural. Like, what we just normally do. We just go out, we see somebody, and we start talking to them to just get into it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it worked out. We went to a 7-Eleven right by our house, you know what I'm saying? And found somebody that had a good story, you know what I'm saying? He was cool with what we were doing, you know what I'm saying? Understood the message that we're trying to do and got on camera with us, you know, and
pretty much it just expanded it from right there.
Yeah, gave you a story.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We find out like, you know what I'm saying, like how I ain't gonna say easy, you get what I'm saying, but we found out, you know what I'm saying, what the format of what we have to do, you get what I'm saying? Because we, like I said, we been out here. It's nothing, you know what I'm saying? And also for a lot of people, like when you've been out here, man, you know how much shit you see out here when you out here. You get what I'm saying? Like, man, if you able to really document a lot of the things that people don't know about, you know what I'm saying? People that don't come from the areas that we from, they love to see shit like this. You know what I'm saying? They love to see content like this. You know what I'm saying? They want to feel like they in the hood. Just being real. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the goal or what we're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? We want people to see about Miami, you get what I'm saying? Like, and then obviously we gonna expand to the rest of Florida, you get what I'm saying? But it's only right that we from down south, so we gonna start from the bottom, you know what I'm saying?
Represent home team first.
Yeah.
Bottom to the top.
All right, so that's important, right? So you want the staple to be your crib first, and then from there y'all want to expand, right?
Sure.
So like when y'all went out the first time, did y'all know that's what the ideal was? Like, hey, this is what we trying to do, or y'all was just trying different things, throwing paint on the wall and seeing what stick?
To be honest with you, we started down south just because we're investing a lot of our money, you get what I mean? So we didn't really plan it to be this way. It was just like, let's just start right here because it's the closest. We know where we live. We know there's a lot of stories around here, so now why not just, you know, see what we can get in our backyard type shit, you know what I mean? And then it kind of branched off to when we went to Florida City, Homestead, and then, well, we normally go, you know what I'm saying? I'm normally over there. He's normally over there, but to do the content, and then it just, once we seen that people were gravitating to that type of content, that's when we're like, okay, let's just keep it down here. Let's not rush too fast.
Yeah.
Going somewhere else. You get what I mean?
Okay, so as far as that, right? Like, well, how did y'all know? How did y'all pick the people, right? Because you going out there, there's plenty of people. You know what I'm saying? What made you say that person? Let's go to them. Let's try to talk to this person. Or was it, hey, we're gonna try to talk to everybody and we're gonna see who want to talk? What was your approach?
I mean, I know a lot of people, you know what I mean? So it was mostly just going out there, seeing people that I know, and like, man, I know he got a good story, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell him what we're doing, what's our dreams, our goals, of what the channel's gonna be. They understand it, you know what I mean? They're like, you know what, I love that idea. If I got to help you, yes, I'll be on camera and I'll talk to you about, you know, the area and talk to you about this, because they kind of see the dream. They're supporting us, you know what I mean? We're getting a lot of support from the neighborhood. Like, a lot of people are surprised. I'm not really much, but they want this as much as we do. Like, they want these stories to be outside. They want to get more representation, you know what I mean?
No, that's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important. I feel like it's important. It's a a voice that need to be heard, right? So we going through a phase in the era of Florida where it's regentrification, right? A lot of companies are coming down here, buying out a lot of land, building up, demolishing things that we once knew, and starting a whole new wave of whatever they see fit for their business, right? So what happens to that voice of that lineage of that area, right? The things that took place there before those resorts went up, before those hotels went up, before those stores and shopping centers went up, right?
Sure.
You know, before the Gucci store went up, what was there before that? Exactly. And these are the stories that need to be told because it's history. You know what I mean? So tell me, what was the first piece that changed things for y'all where y'all started to notice that, yo, you know, this might be something that we definitely should keep pursuing, not just something that we just coming out here and just trying to talk to people?
Man, to be honest, man, like, we had our mind made up from the beginning that this shit was gonna work. You know what I'm saying? We believed in ourselves, like, from the beginning.
Yeah.
So it was no moment in specific that was like a pivotal moment where we're like, oh man, this shit really worked. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So when things started like you know, we started like gaining all these followers in this like these last month and a half, man, we weren't surprised, man. Just being real, you feel me? We weren't surprised, you know what I'm saying? We was happy, yeah, you know, we was proud, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, damn, this shit, you know, this shit working, but we been said this shit was gonna work. I'm just being real, you feel me?
Yeah, because the way we planned it, the way where we knew what we gonna do is something different. There's nobody doing it, and we gonna come at it and bring the best quality up front. You know what I mean? So when you know that you're building a great product, you're not really stunned about that people like it because we spent time on this product. You know what I mean? To make sure that it's good, and it's only getting better.
So let me ask you this, right? Was there a specific maybe content or platform you seen before that kind of gave you the idea to create this, or was this solely based off we just going out here to try something different and we're just going to expand upon that? Like, is there any type of thing that you look at to say, okay, maybe the essence ideal wise stemmed from here and this is how I turned this into this?
Man, I'm going to be real. Everybody. Everybody, because everyone's doing their own avenue of content. Some people just doing street content. Some people go out and, you know, you get what I'm saying? Some people just do interviews.
Yeah.
You know, like you know, like we mentioned before in the previous conversation, you said soft white underbelly.
Yeah.
It's a lot of different people, man. And like I said, we
shout out to them too.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even what's the Florida Made MG.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? A lot of different people, man. And
definitely inspired by them.
Yeah, you feel me? And one thing about us is, you know what I'm saying, we want to incorporate a lot of different content into our channel. It's not just interviews. It's not just, you know, doing challenges on the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. But like, we really want to incorporate. There's a lot of things, and I don't even want to say too much, man. Because
I get what he's trying. We want to be
like,
all around. Like we want people to depend on Florida Treasures TV to just give them entertainment from the hood. If it's even, you know, interviews, podcasts, competitions. You know what I'm saying? Like just different types of stuff. Because we want to be all around. We want to not only promote the stories, we want to promote the people, the good, the bad, the ugly. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that we want to work with right now. We have some in the works trying to talk to even like the Homestead Police and the Florida City Police because they've been watching us. They follow us. And we want to let them know, like, we're just out here getting stories, but, you know, we're not on no side. You know what I'm saying? We're just journalists trying to get the whole thing. They deal with a lot. You know, we definitely are trying to set something up where we can sit down and hear their perspective of what's going on in the hood. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, we, like he's saying, we're all around. Don't just think that we're this or we're that. We're everything. You know what I mean?
Okay, so y'all actually go about like the extra extensive, you know, to cover grounds everywhere, not just the people, but y'all also even tap in with the police, like to let them know, like, hey, we gonna be in these scenes. That doesn't mean like, you know, we're intruding or we push a certain agenda. We're just coming here to be reporters, we're coming here to get the information also and just share it with the community.
We don't want it to be all negative. It's really just positive. And you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all sides. You get what I'm saying? We ain't trying to like glorify the violence and glorify, you know, the bad shit.
Just the truth. It's just the honest reality of it. And the people that live in it every day, you know what I'm saying, hear their stories. Yeah. But we're trying to show people that you can make it through anything. Because a lot of people, they don't even live through none close to that and be having their head down. You know what I'm saying? Going through depression, mental health right now is a big thing. But if you maybe hear a story about somebody going through something more than you might get, you know what I'm saying, inspired to
try saying,
you know, not to be that depressed or down, you know what I mean? That's our goal is just to be positive. We don't force anybody to do anything. We're just, like you said, journalists getting stories, man. That's all we're doing.
That's big, honestly, because I feel like the consumption of information is changing, right?
Yeah.
You know, shout out to the news, but it ain't the same like it was in the past. People ain't watching the news as they did once before. Now a lot of people are getting their information from social media, right? A lot of times I might not have tapped into the news. I've been out all day. I get home, I'm probably scrolling, and I find out something that happened in my neighborhood I ain't even know.
Yeah.
But it's from an Instagram page. It ain't from CNN. It ain't from NBC. It ain't from, you know what I'm saying? None of the news outlets. It's actually from social media. So it's important, you know?
Yeah, new media, you know, we're taking over. You know, you're part of it too, you know?
Yeah.
That's just what it is, you know?
So, like, exactly where do y'all see yourself going with this? Like, what's the goal for y'all, like, on a bigger level, a bigger scale? Because, of course, y'all just starting, right?
Yeah.
So things is still unraveling. Y'all still 100% understanding exactly what y'all are going to be doing. You know, this early stages, yeah, you have the concept and the framework of it, but as you keep going, it's going to adjust. You're going to say, you know what, I think maybe we should cover more of this. Or maybe we should stay a little bit from this and change this look, and y'all still sculpting, but like right now, what do y'all see yourself?
I mean, our aspirations is, I don't know where we're gonna be at. We're, you know, constantly evolving, but our aspirations definitely is to get as many stories from Florida as possible. Like he said, we're starting down south, but we're gonna end up in Broward, Palm Beach, Orlando, Tampa, even the small towns like Polk County. That, you know, if you're from Florida, you know, like it's hard out here, you know, so especially for a black man, you know, minority. That we go through a lot of stuff that other people in other states don't ever experience. So I want to get that more out there and show that we could be like New York, we could be like California, where they kind of unite, bring their stories out. Why not us? You know what I'm saying? We're always being made fun of in the internet, like Florida Man and all this type of stuff, like that we're the craziest people in the world, but we're actually one of the hardest willed people that you probably would ever find, because we go through a lot of oppression, a lot of adversity. It's just that we never had really that network of podcasts and content creators to bring it out. You know what I'm saying? And show the true side of Florida, you know what I mean?
No, that's real. I like that.
So that's our aspiration, just to get as many stories as possible. Hopefully we hit every major city, every major town. But it just takes steps, you know, baby steps, you know what I mean?
Okay. So, like, let me ask y'all, what was the first piece of content that changed things for y'all, that y'all really start seeing, like, oh, damn, they really taking to this?
You want to take it?
You'll say that?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna shout out to Trav, you know what I'm saying, for Exit One, you know what I'm saying, Florida City, man. He came
Exit
out.
One.
That was like the first couple weeks that we created that, you know what I'm saying, and
First week.
Yeah, no, this was like second week, you know what I'm saying, and that video right there, you know, hey, we stuck at like 20 followers for like, you know, like a week and a half, you know what I'm saying. We was like, dang, okay, you know what I'm saying, like whatever, and that's already with a couple, you know, reels that we put out, you know what I'm saying, and then when Trav got on there, he was just talking about, you know what I'm saying, you know, getting on the 38, you know what I'm saying, if you from down south, you know the 38 takes you from Dayland South all the way down to Exit 1, you know what I'm saying, and before that it's the Metro Rail, so Trav just started flowing.
Check the page out for it too.
Yeah, Trav just started flowing and shit, and man, when we posted it, we didn't even think it was gonna go crazy like that. It's, you know what I'm saying? So that's teaching us a lot too. It's always the content that you might not expect it to go viral, man, but it you know what I'm saying?
It's at 250K right now. Shout out to him, you know what I'm saying? Constantly growing.
Yeah, with the views and shit.
We've been liked by Major 9, Mike Smith, you know what I'm saying? Only and Dead. A lot of predominant people in Miami, you know what I'm saying, like that, commented on that post, which we appreciate, you know what I mean? But that definitely boosted our page and set it where it's at right now.
So would you say that was the moment where, like, now you start to feel like you definitely belong? Because in the beginning, you got an idea, you trying something different. Right. You don't know if it's going to work. You don't know if it's going to be a thing. You could just be trying this and it just don't turn into anything.
Shit, I ain't even going to lie, dog. I knew that shit was going to work, man. You feel me?
But I get what he's saying, though.
Yeah, because everybody go through the doubts.
Faster than we thought it was.
That's exactly what it is.
We was ready to keep doing this with no results for like months. Get what I mean? But second week to already have a video going crazy, bringing you thousands of followers. It was like, okay, we expected this, but it's just a lot faster than what we thought. Get what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, that definitely will do it.
Nah, definitely 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't expected. We were just talking about this the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't expected. Like now, you know, a month and a half later. You know what I'm saying? Now, we done got a few DMs from a few people. You know what I'm saying? You was one of the first ones.
I'm gonna shoot
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you was one of the first ones, and after you, you know what I'm saying? Different people kept hitting us up. You know what I'm saying? we don't want to mention no names right now, you know what I'm saying? But there's a few people that you know, they want to collab with us and work with us, you know what I'm saying? So
we appreciate the love
yeah,
from
we
everybody.
appreciate
You're the first one,
everybody,
so we're always
man.
gonna be locked in with you forever,
already,
you
man.
know?
Shout out
that.
to you, man.
Thank you
Shout
so
out
much,
to you,
man. I
man.
appreciate y'all pulling
Yeah.
up because that's a journey. You know what I'm saying? I know that drive. I done took that drive more than a couple times.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I know how far that is, and the drive back, it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like when I first seen y'all, I seen a voice that need to be heard. That's the first thing I seen, right?
Thank you.
I seen people take it to it. I seen people responding to it, and I'm like, this is something that we don't have. So like, for example, I give you an example of where I come from and something that I seen that kind of like made me understand what y'all do. I'm from West Palm. Right.
Okay.
So one of the first videos that I done seen like from out of West Palm was Gangsters and Thugs, right?
I remember that.
So Gangsters and Thugs, if you don't know what that is, you go ahead and hit Google and type in Gangsters and Thugs by them damn dogs. And they made documentary footage on what was going on in West Palm Beach.
Yeah,
right?
I remember
it's
that.
music videos, it's fights, it's all
fights,
kinds
all
of
type of
stuff.
I'm gonna be
yeah.
real. That's an inspiration, right? Because that shit inspired me too. You know what
I
I'm saying?
remember
Like,
back in the day, I was
like,
on that, you know, watching the videos, trying to watch it how you could, you know what I mean? Like trying to buy the DVDs. I remember that.
So that was like my first experience of that type of lifestyle in a sense on a documentary phase. You get what I'm saying? Because that's how I look at it. They documenting what's going on in the streets. They showing you the lifestyle. They showing you, and so many people connected and relate to that. To this day, wherever I go, I can say that name of that tape, and they like, man, I know exactly what you talking about.
Yeah, if you're from
You
Florida,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So that's a staple in Florida, and I want to give a shout out to them, man, because that right there set
shout
the
out
tone.
to Raylo, you know what I'm saying?
Shout
like,
out to them boys, man.
Shout
out to them. But you know that so when I seen what y'all was doing, I understood it. It wasn't confusing me. Plus, I seen it in real time, but in the sense of on a documentary stage, I get it. I see it and I'm like, this deserves a voice. It needs to be heard. And there's an audience for that. There's a group of people that for sure want to see this. You get what I'm saying? And want to learn from it. Like the show we was talking about earlier that covered that in different areas. And I see that for y'all. And by seeing y'all doing that, I'm like, finally Florida getting that. You know what I'm saying? Getting that voice that's going out there in the streets and getting and hearing from the people. And, you know, shout out to the other people that also got shows that are going in the streets and getting information or getting the stories for people. But y'all one of the ones that set the tone that I saw like, oh, I love how this look. I love what it's going.
Appreciate it.
It's going.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, we get a lot of appreciation, DMs, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that understand what we're doing, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them taking our time because you keep us motivated, you know what I'm saying? When it gets hard, well, we read these letters and, like, they expect these videos, you know what I'm saying? Like they wait on it. They get inspired from it. Every one of them, you know what I mean? It just keeps us going knowing that we got fans that really love us, you know what I'm saying? And understand the message and our dream, you know what I mean?
Appreciate y'all, man. Like, for real, though.
For real.
No, that's real. So I want to ask y'all, right? So I just gave y'all a piece of, like, my history, where I'm from, and something that's from Florida that I can relate to and identify with. What's like a story or something that happened, maybe that's not like mainstream, you know, as far as like everybody in Florida knowing, but something that happened from where y'all from?
I mean, it's constant stories down south, you know what I'm saying? I could definitely tell you, like, you mean like just in general in history or like the recently type stuff?
Well, just saying history, you know what I'm saying? So it gives you more to pull from.
I mean,
it could be recent, but, you know, you got as far as, you know, in the 80s and the 90s, if something that happened, maybe it's not something that's as prevalent to the forefront in Florida.
just to give a little bit about myself, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to step up. I'm really from 8th Street, you know what I'm saying? Southwest, 137, 10 Miami, you know what I'm saying? When I moved down south around 2016, he been living down there his whole life, but I mean, I got family down there in Naranja. They bought a house 2007. So I'm really tapped in with a lot of stuff that was going on there, you know what I'm saying, from Southwest all the way to Naranja. But the craziest thing that I probably experienced, you know what I mean, is just, you know, fair sweeps, you know what I'm saying, you know, things going on in my neighborhood, gang activity, you know what I'm saying, back in 2008, 2009, if you know Miami, it was kind of filled with gangs and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So I experienced that, you know what I'm saying? That's why I went to prison at 17. But there was a lot of, like, killings and shit like that going around, you know, people getting snatched by the feds. And that kind of motivated me. Like, that's a little inspirational doing what I'm doing because I made it through that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know too many people that made it through out of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, God got me out of that for a reason. that's why I'm so good talking with people from the streets and talking with people that's going through it, because we know we all relate. I'm just on some shit like trying to bring the stories out. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's move past the stuff we've been through and more like let's talk about it to heal and move forward and inspire other people to not like get into that lifestyle. Because I could tell you like that lifestyle don't bring nothing but pain. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. What about you? What story you got, or a piece of connection in history that you got that you relate to, as far as like where you from, what you done seen or experienced that maybe the majority of Florida don't know about?
I mean, shit, like just
And it could be connected to
yeah,
you.
like I could say, you know, the majority of Florida don't know about, you know what I'm saying, like in Miami, the Hispanic population, you know what I'm saying, coming over here and then you not knowing the language, you know what I'm saying, then getting put in the public school, you know what I'm saying, like, and everybody around you, you know what I'm saying, for me, speaking from my personal experience, everybody around you, you know what I'm saying, from the hood, you know what I'm saying, you're the only like Chico kid in the class, you know what I'm saying, like, and then after school, I cause my mama would work 2 jobs, you know what I'm saying, so she was never really, you know, home, so I would always go to after school, then get picked up by somebody else and shit. But even in after school in Prime Park, only Chico kid there, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I had to, you know, I had to like adapt quick, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially like learning English. You know what I'm saying? Like the lingo I learned was fucking Florida English. You know what I'm saying? Jit, fuck nigga this, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm learning, you know what I'm saying, English. And I'm learning the word nigga. I'm not even black, and I'm just being real. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's. I feel like the rest of Florida ain't like that when it comes to like that culture. You get what I'm saying? You around so many different cultures and so much diversity and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that I feel like that really shaped me into, you know, who I am today and shit. You feel me?
Yeah, because down there, you could be from a neighborhood. You got Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying? All in one gumbo pot. Regular African Americans, white people down the road. Like, it's
That's
just,
real. That's
you
real.
can literally go to a school where you run into Trinidadians. You know what I mean? Indians. Like,
real.
it's a gumbo pot full of different kind of people. So I'm gonna ask you this, right? So I'm curious because, all right. So you said gang, you know, gang culture, right? Now, I always had a perception that out here because I knew how I grew up in the areas I stayed in, right? Now, there was a phase where there was some gangs, but with Florida, it's primarily, I noticed, neighborhoods. Yeah. More so is that than like Chris Bloods. You get what I'm saying? GDs, Vice Lords, this,
now it is,
Yeah, but at once upon a time, it was different, of course, because you had Zopound. You had different groups.
You had Bloods, you had Crips, you had a lot of different gangs, GDs down south, you know what I'm saying? Down south was probably the only part of Miami that really had a lot of gangs, you know what I'm saying? Like
Land Kings.
Land Kings, you know what I'm saying? Like that was close to my neighborhood type stuff. And then like in Perrine, there was Bloods, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know what I'm saying? All those projects in there in Perrine, Rainbow, you know what I'm saying? Circle Plaza, that's all Bloods, you know what I'm saying? And then like Richmond Heights was Crips, you know what I'm saying? And then you had IMP and Homestead in Florida City, you know what I mean? It was a lot of different gangs and there was a lot of stuff going on. But now it's more about neighborhood and cliques, you know what I'm saying?
Streets
so like,
yeah,
but it went through a phase, you know what I'm saying? For sure.
So what's the era that y'all relate to? Like I remember, I want to say like middle school, high school. Was, all of a sudden you got Iceberg era, Black Flags. Everybody talking about they Black Flag and stuff like that, right? Zopound is doing their thing. They big, you know what I'm saying? They getting notoriety through celebrities that's coming out here and things like that. So like, what was the area y'all grew up in?
Like I grew up, like I said, 8th Street. I'm Cuban Dominican, so I grew up in like the area like near Sweetwater by Dolphin Mall type shit.
Okay.
So it's Spanish, but still during that era, like I said, there was a lot of gangs and stuff. Like I was around like 16 years old. I remember it was just a lot of activity. You know what I'm saying? People getting hurt, a lot of people getting shot. Like at the fair, youth fair. I don't know if you know what I'm saying?
Consistently.
The youth fairs in my hood in Miami over there, you know what I'm saying, by FIU. There was a lot of stuff going on over there, you know what I mean? Like, that's my memory of it, of that era. I went to prison at 17 years old, you know what I'm saying? I was a junior in high school when I got into my little trouble and I had to go up the road. I did 3 years, got out when I was 21. And I could tell you, even when I got out when I was 21, Miami changed. You know what I'm saying? It was more like getting money, your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying, and looking fly and stuff like that, which I liked it. You know what I mean? Because before that, it was just crazy. Yeah, that whole Black Flag era. Because that's how you could tell it was on gangs. Everybody had flags. You know? What I mean?
Everybody had something. Yeah. But now it's a little bit different. It's more neighborhood and just like being fly, you know what I mean, having bread, having the most, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What it come down to now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I wanted to ask y'all a certain topic now. Like recent, of course, is going viral. We seeing it every day. Every day it's a new thing going on with these phone calls as far as Thug with the YSL case and Gunna and, you know, Woody and all these other different characters, right, that's involved in this situation. Like, do y'all have any opinion or what's y'all insight on this whole thing with it coming to the forefront on social media?
He's a fucking snitch. That's it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
People want to try to make excuses. A rat is a rat. He snitched. He trying to make it up. Oh, it was 2015, this and that. Hey, I love Thug. I listen to a lot of his music, but it is what it is. I tell people all the time, don't be surprised that a lot of these people you look up to are snitches or will snitch when it come down to it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So kind of surprised that it's Thug, but he a snitch just as much as 6ix9ine's a snitch, just as much as anybody else that snitches. You know what I mean? He said a name, he spoke to the police for 2 hours. You're a fucking rat. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And nobody can trust you. Like White 100 said, you're a dangerous rat because you don't want to admit that you snitched. So that means you want to keep snitching. You know what I mean? Because the person who snitched and then you feel bad about it, you'll tell the word and you feel bad about it. But he don't want to say it because he knows he's in a position where he's still snitching.
Okay.
That's just my opinion about it.
Okay, do you got an opinion on it?
If he mentioned names, I didn't hear the audio, but he said if he mentioned names and all that, you know what I'm saying? One thing about snitching is there's no gray areas, you know what I'm saying? It's just black and white.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Ain't no, everybody on social media want to explain this and give their own fucking theory, but the streets is what it's always been, man. It is what it is.
And he's a whole ass nigga for talking about people behind their back. He talking all this shit about Future and this person. He just being exposed for what he fucking is.
So let me ask you this though, right? All right. Let's be real. This is a conversation with his girl, right? The conversation you have with your girl is different than a conversation with anybody. Not to say that he's right for anything he's saying, but I'm saying when it comes to like the person you confide in, right? You'll say things to them that you wouldn't say to other people.
That's not true.
Right or wrong.
That's
right?
but
y'all might say, like, for example, you could have a situation where, and this is where we gonna get, this is what we call potty. Right. It's gonna be situations where maybe you're not 100% agreeing on what a homie is doing, and you like, man, baby, this nigga be tripping. But you know what I'm saying? I love him, this, that, and the third, but he be tripping sometimes, right? But that's just a conversation with your girl. That one conversation, you're not expecting for it to come out or anything of your homeboy finding out, because you might not be having this conversation in ill will. It's just something you having with someone that you confide in. Yeah, you rock with the long way. You're not thinking this person gonna come out and go tell this person this. You get what I'm saying?
The thing, I see what you're trying to say about the opinion, but this is still like bitch activity, fuck nigga activity, because whatever you tell that girl, that means it's something that you already told that person. I live by the rules. Is like, you don't talk about nobody behind their back unless you've already told them in their face. So it's not like you talk behind their back because I already told them first. You know what I'm saying? So me telling you is second. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not hiding nothing. Because when you saying something behind, even with somebody you trust, like your wife, your girlfriend, your mother, your brother, but you talking about somebody behind their back, that's fucking activity. Because why didn't you have the balls to express yourself
to that person
about the situation you talking about?
All right, so let me ask you this: in the dynamic of a friend, right? Regardless of what they doing, do you always tell them, "Hey, you doing this wrong"?
Yeah,
off rip, right?
Off rip.
It's an obligation.
I expect that from him. He expects that from me.
Okay, but in what magnitude? It doesn't matter what it is.
Doesn't matter. If I'm wrong, I'm
wrong.
A
little bit beer too much.
I'm wrong, man. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and he's gonna tell me I'm wrong. He gonna have my back if I'm wrong, and it's getting. But the thing is, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And between me and him, he's gonna be like, "Look, you said this or you did that, and you was wrong about that." You know what I mean? Because how am I supposed to learn? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna respect that he had the courage and balls. Like, I don't expect nobody that's around me to be scared of me. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't scared of nobody. So if you do something that's not right in my eyes, then it is my opinion. But I'm gonna tell you what I felt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have a conversation about it.
But it's not necessarily say that they scared, right? In some cases, not everybody can take opinions, right? I can tell you, like, hey, look,
you shouldn't be around them.
I think you should stop eating snappers so much, right?
And that's not wrong.
You can tell them, but this person might feel some type of
that's what I'm saying.
way about their weight, and they take it personal because it's like, yo, why you attacking me, bro, about talking about my weight? and now they feel some type of way.
That's why a lot of relationships, that's me personally, you know what I'm saying? I cut relationships like that. If you're going to feel personal about me giving you constructive criticism, come on, man, you got to evolve and shit. You get what I'm saying?
Dog.
That's an opportunity for you to evolve. If you can't evolve, you can't be with me, bro.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like,
you ain't saying nothing harmful. You ain't saying no harmful. No disrespect.
I done got criticized
that,
hella times, bro. And if I get criticized, bro, you know what I'm saying? I got to look myself in the mirror and be like, man, is he right? You get what I'm saying? Like, but that's how you evolve, though. But people, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's it's hard to do that.
But that's self-work. That's
yeah,
self-work,
yeah,
right?
yeah. The self-work is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, the easy work is being like, man, how this nigga gonna tell me this shit, you know what I'm saying, when he doing A, Y, and Z. So you start looking for, like, you know what I'm saying, deflecting their character to discredit them about what they're saying about you.
Yeah, how you gonna say this about me?
But ask yourself real shit. Are they right about me? You know what I'm saying? Like that's some real shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's hard to do. Reflecting.
Yeah,
Not everybody willing to do it. I could tell you something about yourself, and I could be coming from a good point and stance because I'm your friend, but you could also, depending on where you at in life, you could take it negative. You could take it as I'm hating on you. You could take it as, bro, don't really fuck with me for real. Because there's some dudes right now that will cut you off just because they feel like you're not agreeing to what they say or they want.
And that's
to
a blessing because, like he just said, like if you're not in a space where you get accept with somebody, like he doesn't understand that you're only saying that because you care about them. You love them, right? Because you're only telling them something that you could prolong their life and extend their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You're not telling them, something crazy. And they can't take that. That's not a friend for me. You know what I'm saying? Because how can I ever tell you when you're doing something wrong? And I'm supposed to just sit here and watch you destroy yourself or do something that can harm me too because I'm with you. I'm not going to just sit there. You know what I'm saying? You got to love yourself first and you got to respect yourself and know I only want people around me that understand where I'm coming from. And when you bring that down to those people, you're going to go far. Because you're not going to be wasting time with people that don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Immature.
No, that's true. From based on what you're saying, it's important. Transparency is important. To be able to tell someone how you feel like and to be coming from a respective place, not to just say things just because it's on my mind. I'm just gonna say
I got something for you. Would you want a friend that he seen you do something that he didn't like, right? And then he go off and tell his girl, man, this motherfucker was doing some stupid ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about you. Exactly, right? That's just any man. You know what I'm saying? So that's a natural thing that's embedded in you. You don't even got to have a father to feel that way. Like, why he ain't just talk to me about that? You know what I mean? So we can't excuse that Young Thug is at a safe space with his girl talking shit about niggas that done did favors for him. You know what I'm saying? Like Future that did a whole album with him. You know what I'm saying? Put him in a lot of positions when he was still growing.
And I'll put this out there just because I'm playing devil's advocate. Yeah. So I'm looking at it from both perspectives. You get what I'm saying? In a sense of what he was going through at that time. Can we really judge him based off of from his mindset of what he was going through?
Bro, I got a question. My bad, brother.
Oh, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Was he locked up when he had this conversation with you?
Yeah, all these conversations were why he was locked up.
Come on, man. That's snitching, bro.
No.
What he talking about?
He's about people.
He was talking with his girl, and he was talking about, like, Future and like a lot of different artists, like this nigga's a fuck nigga. This nigga ain't helped me.
So it was casual conversation
with his girl that ended up getting leaked, and basically they putting out the clips of his audio of him talking with his girl from prison.
But if you in prison, you gotta know that audio calls recorded.
Facts.
Though. You get what I'm saying? Like especially you they're saying that you the kingpin and all this shit. Come on, bro. Like you know what I'm saying?
But
like
what we saying is like, him talking to his girl about people like behind their back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if you're not in jail, the phone calls ain't recorded. You get what I'm saying? Like either way,
different.
But either way, you have an obligation. You have an obligation to tell that person anything that you could tell your girl. You could tell that nigga in his face, bro. Before that, you get what I'm saying? But going back to that issue, that's how I feel about that. You feel me?
Yeah. And that's just my whole thing with it. Like, can I say that no men do that? At some point, have a conversation with their girl about something in private. That does happen, but you never had that conversation thinking it's gonna get out. Right. It might be like, yo.
To be honest, I don't have conversations like that with my girl, and I've been with mine for 12 years. You know.
So you never had a conversation in the sense of like, yo, my people's tripping. They don't feel like my podcast is gonna take off, but I'm working hard. You know, you're not having this conversation with them, but this is somehow you might feel, and you having this conversation with this person because this is how you feel about this person.
I see what you're saying, but like the way that I live is that when I have an issue with somebody, they're showing me signs. Let's say like. Because I've had that, people that I thought that would believe in the podcast, in the channel a little bit more, we're kind of like hating. I told him like, hey, bro, what's going on? Like, why you showing signs like you hating on me? You know what I mean? So I'm not just waiting, have a conversation with him or my girl, you know what I'm saying? Be like, such and such, I feel like he's hating. I done already told you in your face, you know what I'm saying, how I feel. Yeah. So if I talk about it with him or my girl, it's just in a continuation of what I told him. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So he can't act like, oh, you told me behind my back. Because I already told him. He going to be like, oh, yeah, he did tell me. You know what I'm saying? That's how he feels.
No, that's real. Okay. No, I love that. And honestly, I just wanted to add that diversity in the conversation because I feel like, of course, we can all sit here and say, man, you wrong for that. You dead wrong for having these conversations with your girl, right? But I'll be a fool to say that. That's
doesn't
not
happen.
a thing that happens.
No, for sure.
Like,
for sure, there's more fuck niggas than real niggas.
I'm pretty sure he
like,
never had no intent to have this conversation with the girl knowing that this nigga gonna find out. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But it was a conversation that he think he had with his girl, and it's gonna stay between his girl, and then his relationship with that person is that relationship with that person.
I lost a lot of respect for Thug for that, bro, because I would have never thought he was that type of dude, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So quick to talk about people behind their back, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me, you know what I'm saying? People want to fuck with them, you know what I'm saying? That's on them, you know what I'm saying?
But I would say we at a point in this world right now where that is being looked at different, right? You look at some of the top people that are doing numbers on algorithms and is doing different platforms have walked that same path of talent, right? You know, we seen people are creating careers off of this right now. Not to say that we should highlight it and it should be a good thing, right? My whole thing is, if that's not the lane that you in, if that's not the lifestyle you in, stay out that lifestyle, right?
Exactly, that's where I'm
at. It's best to just walk the clean line, do what you gotta do. You ain't gotta atone to any of these rules or regulations on this side of the fence if you over here doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, as long as people take that in mind, like, yeah, it's cool. You know, it may get a lot of reputation or a lot of clout for doing certain things in this world, but it's consequences with everything you do. And if you're not willing to deal or face with the consequences, you shouldn't be doing it. And we seeing that with the kids. We seeing a lot of these kids that are seeing these different people and saying, I want to be like this person, and then walking that line and then have to walk that scale of justice to figure out what side they're going to be on. They're going to be on the street side, and they're going to hold it down and not say nothing and do their time and take whatever, even whether they have something to do with it or not. Yeah. Or if they're going to sit here and tell on everybody, their best friend or someone that didn't raised with, and put time on this man longer than what, you know, they might have been originally facing. You get what I'm saying? Why even go through that? You ain't even got to go through that. You can literally stay on that other side. Real. You get what I'm saying?
No, I'm with it, man. That's why I tell people, like, just stay out that lifestyle, man. Ain't nothing pretty that comes out of it. People that you love will snitch on you and turn on you. Just do the right thing, live the right life, work a job. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Do some content, stream, stay out the streets, man. Straight up.
All right, man. I want to thank y'all so much for coming on, man. Like, I appreciate y'all boys coming on. We covered so much. Give y'all social media. Like, where can they find y'all at? All
right, shit, yeah. Number one, you know, Florida Trenches TV, and my personal account, you know, G on the Chosen 333. You know what I'm saying? So I don't be in front of the camera that much, but you know, I'm in charge of all the production and shit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can find me on there.
That's big, yeah.
Yeah, that's big boss right there. You know what I'm saying? Co-founder, me, Sobe Rich 305. You already know. You can look me up. I got my music on there too. I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying too. But I also do this content shit. You can hit me up on there for any promotion, any type of thing you want to work with us. Florida Trenches TV, Sobe Rich 305, man.
Okay, bad. And also hit that notification bell anytime that they dropping any type of content. Definitely. Y'all can get that alert directly to your phone. Definitely. If y'all got a YouTube, y'all on YouTube yet?
Oh, yeah, we're on YouTube, Florida Trenches TV.
All right. And also follow A2A.podcast on all platforms. You can find us on Instagram, Threads, TikTok. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube. We all over the place. Follow their podcast. Also hit the notification bell so you can stay tuned in anytime they dropping. And if you're looking to start your own podcast, hit up the AV Club Podcast Studio. We got the great lights, 4K cameras, great location.
Great location.
Let's go.